Homelessness. Some people call it the great evil of society. I call it building character, developing your resolve, and training every day in the dumpsters until you are at last shot into space and land on an alien planet with nothing but your experience, willpower, and a bag to stuff people into. Your goal? To collect enough garbage to transcend reality and defeat the CEO of V2.
Kill yourself.
This is what it means to play Risk of Rain 2. Recently, a new DLC dropped, adding a new boss, more items, and 2 new characters, one of which is completely and utterly broken in the best way possible. So if we head into single player, we can pick our character, and I've got all the characters unlocked, and the one that we're going to be playing as, though, is one of the new ones, which is Drifter, who is a character that is basically, well, actually, hold on a second. There we go, that Drifter, the Among Us looking one. I'll explain what this character does as we get into the game, and I'm also going to be playing with one artifact on, which is Artifact of Prestige. Also, post-recording, I didn't know about the Junk Cube infinite scrap strategy before recording this video, but what I do here doesn't relate to that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we get into the game, and the first thing we want to do is just find a whole bunch of items. For anybody not familiar with Risk of Rain, the whole goal was just picking up items, going through stages, and, you know, typical roguelike stuff. We want to move as fast as possible because in the top right, there's a timer, and the longer and longer it gets, the harder the game gets. So the enemies get more health, more damage, there are more of them, so on. So we have our primary attack, which we just hit people with our bag. We have our secondary, where we literally just throw random crap at people. Yeah. We just threw Engineer's bubble projectile. This deflects everything, by the way. And then our shift is literally just kidnapping someone and then beating them against the ground for scrap. Our right click, we can refresh the cooldown with scrap. You see the little bar in the center of my screen, and that is our scrap bar. And then we'll just keep kidnapping people over and over again. And yoink, come here, Mr. Wisp. We can just throw him over there and kill him too. And the last ability that we have access to is Drifter's R, which is, if I get enough scrap, I can use it to spawn a whole bunch of temporary items. Oh my god. No way. That is literally the exact item that I was going to use for this whole thing. The thing is, those are temporary items, though. So as soon as we pick them up, they are not going to stick around forever. But I can just keep putting down more temporary items. Although there is a timer that is over their heads, it does not start until you pick up the item. Also, I am going to pray to the Shrine of the Mountain. Also, I can just pick this up too, and then just smash this against the ground for more scrap. And throw that Shrine of the Mountain at someone. There we go. That's what I like to see. This barrel. Yep, I'll take that. Smash this barrel against the ground for a little bit of scrap. As soon as I pick up the temporary items, you can see in the top that it is basically taking down a timer for all of those temporary items. And I did mean to grab that chest, but it's mine now. A few more temporary items, and all those are pretty darn good. Throw this onto the ground and start spending our money on actually permanent items. And that is a really good one. That is one of the new items, and it is going to spawn us a new drone. Oh, there's also a Halcyon Shrine here, which I think I am going to grab very quickly. Because Drifter's right click can literally throw any projectile, you could throw some really silly projectiles at enemies. And also, I am using this chest that I just opened on the ground to beat the crap out of all these golems. Give me that ukulele. Oh yeah. The cooldown on Drifter's R is really long, which is unfortunate, but we can actually fix that because there are ways to reduce the cooldown, and we will be using a lot of those in a bit. I'm sorry, Mr. Golem, who's way bigger than I. You're mine now. And I am going to smash you against the ground for scrap. Couple more temporary items. Oh yeah, bungus. Oh, the value is crazy. All right, we just have to fight the Halcyon, and they'll give us a whole bunch of good stuff. I can steal the Halcyon and then throw him out over there. He is really not having a good time here. Give me something decent. All right, that's all pretty fun. All right, we can just smack the Halcyon to death, continuously kidnap him, and use him to beat the Beatles into submission. God, I love this so much. And let's see what we get. We get a really good red item. I will take that. We get a whole bunch of pretty decent stuff. The items themselves are not so important as the fact that we have lots of items, because with Drifter, you just want to hoard stuff. Right now, we are literally just playing Hobo Simulator as we run around and smash other people's objects for money and scrap them along with stuffing people into our sack. Actually, maybe this is more like Krampus Simulator. Oh, okay, nice. The teleporter is actually over here, which is really, really good because I desperately would like to put a whole bunch of items near it. So because we can just run around and pick stuff up, like I can just grab this turret, this broken gunner turret from the ground, and then run all the ways over to the teleporter and just throw it down. Oh my god, there's also a scrapper here? Oh, that is amazing. All right, so we'll just throw this down, continuously put down more temp items. Oh, that is an amazing one. And keep opening chests, smacking them against the ground to get more scrap, because I am basically just going to fill this entire area with temporary items. Because temporary items, as it turns out, are not actually quite so temporary. And I'll explain that a little later as we just keep getting more. All right, I think I've looted pretty much everything off the stage, so I'm just gonna hit the teleporter now and fight the boss. It should be 2 bosses because we have a mountain shrine, and whenever we hit a mountain shrine, it'll double the number of bosses. And because we have Artifact of Prestige, mountain shrines are now permanent, so they will persist between stages, and I think I have enough HP to just eat that. Yeah, okay, I don't even care. Drifter is a tanky lad. Boom, there is the first vagrant, and I need to also make sure that I don't die. I just want to sit here in the corner and please let me heal. Please let me heal for a second. I don't want to die. Oh my god, engineer projectile just came out at the exact perfect time. What an absolute clutch of a projectile to get. Hey there, vagrant. What's going on? Come on, please die. Please die. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. And it dropped a bunch of sales stars. Ooh, that is really nice. All right, we just need to finish off the rest of the enemies, charge the teleporter, not get killed by the 300 wisps that are in the air. Oh my god, what is happening? All right, let me just kidnap a whole bunch of these wisps, smack them against the ground, and use them to make some more temporary items. So instead of leaving the map, what I actually want to do is come over here to these temporary items that I just left on the ground, and specifically this one, the substandard duplicator. This item is completely insane. So we can just keep spawning temporary items. I can grab all the different things on the stage, smack them against the ground, and basically just use them to spawn more stuff. Although I am reaching the limit of I really don't want to be here for a whole lot longer. So I'm gonna spawn one more set of temporary items. Great, don't really care what they are. And then I'm gonna come grab the substandard duplicator and quickly grab every single item immediately. The substandard duplicator, as you can see in the bottom, whenever you pick up an item, you also get a temporary copy. But wait, you might be thinking, these are already temporary items. Yes, but we get a second temporary copy as well. So I could just start throwing down all my crap here. Actually should have scrapped probably. And then grabbing all of these items, and I am going to get all of the temporary items as well. So now I can run on through the teleporter. We're gonna go in here, and I am absolutely juiced with items right now. And this is where it starts to get really silly. Temporary items expire one at a time on each stack of temporary items. So if you have 2 temporary items, they expire, and then the other one expires, and then the next one under it. So that means the more temporary items you have, also I'm just gonna grab this real quick, and then immediately run out of here, and we are gonna head down to the void, the little secret area down here. That means that the more of the same temporary item you pick up, the longer it actually persists. So we want to just pick up as many temporary items as possible at once. So they are gonna start going away slowly though, but as long as we keep picking them up at a rate that doesn't really matter. Oh, the void is gonna be perfect for this because there's no time limit. So I can just smack all these barrels down, get a couple more temporary items. There we go. For anybody that doesn't know, the way the void works is we're basically just gonna run around, clear a whole bunch of these cell vents. If we run outside, we take a lot of damage. So we are just gonna go through and clear all these cell vents relatively quickly and get even more garbage. There we go. This is gonna make sure that we lose most of our temporary items right now, unfortunately, but yeah, it won't really matter as soon as we really start getting going. We're in the early game strategies of this right now. So we just have to make our way over to the next cell vent, and there are 9 in total. Each time we activate them, we get to choose from one of several items, and there we go. The enemies are also slowly gonna get items. They got a bolstering lantern right now, increased attack speed for every nearby ally and enemy, which is actually kind of scary if I didn't just throw them off the map. There you go, goodbye. God, I love this character. Did I just get his temporary sales star? Oh no. Oh no, the game is actually giving me the notification still from the items I originally picked up. As you can see though, we are losing a ton of our temporary items, so now my inventory is looking relatively shaky because we don't have a whole lot of stuff, but it shouldn't matter as we get to more and more stuff from the cell vents. I am going to keep throwing down temporary items, but at this point, I'm not going to pick them up anymore. We're just going to stack up as many temp items as we can. I need to make sure that I don't actually die here. Hold on. Am I going to die? There is a very real possibility of that. Nope. Okay, we're good. We are barely okay. Oh, they actually got warped echo, so incoming damage is reduced and dealt over time. I don't really care all that much because I am literally just going to run out, kidnap them, and turn them into scrap, and then throw down the temporary items and not pick them up. The goal is to just stack up as many items on the map as is humanly possible, and also look at all the scrap. Oh, I love it. Oh man, we are just going into payday loan territory. Effectively, the way that this strategy works is we are just doing a supreme buy now, pay later strategy. We are doing everything possible to put ourselves into debt, into item debt. Is it a good idea? Maybe. We'll see. Fighting me as one of the enemies must be absolutely horrifying because I am just this random homeless person who runs around, grabs people, puts them in my bag, and smacks them down, turning them into metallic components. I am also getting a little scared because there are a lot of things that are being fired. That is a lot of red items. Yes, please. I am losing control rapidly of the situation. All right, this is our third to last cell vent, I think. Oh, and mushrooms just got added. These guys are an absolute travesty to fight in the void, but apparently not a travesty enough because that was really not that hard. Well, maybe I'm speaking too soon. They put down all of these AoE effects that we can't step in, but they are actually just getting bullied by the drones, and I'm not even doing anything anymore. And I will definitely take the ban. That is going to give us a huge damage attack. I love how Drifter's shift looks when I use it. The mobility is just like, woo! We literally become Superman for a second. As soon as the enemies come near me into the cell vent, they're trying to be all sneaky and just, oh, no, wait, no! Oh my God, you're kidding me. Am I gonna die? Oh my God. I thought I was being sneaky there, trying to grab someone and throw them into my bag, which I'm still gonna do the exact same thing again. Okay, well, that was very scary, and I'm definitely not gonna make that mistake ever again. Oh, this is the last cell vent right over here, so we've only got one more, and then we are done. This one is going to give us a red item, which is very, very good. I will heal up for a little bit, and now we can hope that we don't die. Oh no, come on. That is an evil, evil red item they just got. So now if they hit me, it has a chance to call down a meteor. It is the same item that I have actually, and this is really, really bad because it's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, see, the meteor just killed all of them. Oh my God, see, they just hit me with a meteor. I need to be at full health basically at all times because I think they one-shot me with these meteors. Or get, oh, no. Oh, see, that was a meteor right there. Jesus. What is happening? Oh my God. They're hitting the drones and calling down tons of meteors. Oh, this is evil. Okay, come on. I just need to survive for a little bit longer. Please, I am begging you. Oh, I'll hit the Solus Invalidator against the ground. Oh, no! Okay, and look at that. I'm all the ways back at the Void Fields with basically all the, not quite the same stuff, but basically. And the new red item for my second attempt is Dio's best friend, and it's gonna revive all the enemies we kill, which is slightly annoying. Although it is miles and miles better than the meteor strike, so it shouldn't be that bad. You see, every time we kill an enemy, they are going to get back up. Wait, I wonder if I can kidnap them while they're immune. Hold on. He's going to revive, and I'm just gonna, oh, yep, he's completely immune, but I've still put him in my bag. You're immune to damage, but not kidnapping. Ah, there we go. And, oh my God, that's right, the enemies don't go away. Wait, no, this is perfect. Oh my God, this is perfect. So I am now going to just start depositing these temporary items absolutely everywhere. And the fact that these enemies are not dead is actually the best thing possible because I am going to smash all of them for scrap. This is going to take quite a while, which is why it's good that in the Void Fields, when you're done, time does not pass. So on the top right, you can see the timer is frozen. So I am going to go through the arduous process of breaking every single enemy and item on the map and turning it into scrap and then items. I have spent so long getting so many temporary items everywhere on the map. I have broken every single item everywhere. And I've also mapped out exactly how I'm going to do this. So now I have to go and speed run through grabbing all of the items on the map. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this. Come on, come on. More. Oh my god, my items, they're getting insane. The power level is increasing. Oh, I messed up my route already. Oh, this isn't ideal, but whatever. I'm getting faster the more items I have. Oh my god. What did I just spawn? I don't even know. I don't care. More items. Okay. I've got a whole bunch over here, and then a whole bunch more over there. Even more items. Come on, more. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh, I gotta grab all these now. So one of the important things to remember is that even though the items are temporary, some of their effects are not, because they, on occasion, I also just missed an item chest over there, whatever. Now let's instantly leave while I have like 2 million of every item. Oh my god, my inventory is so stupid. So even though a lot of these items are temporary, their effects are not necessarily temporary. So Sonorous Whispers, for example, gives you a chance. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, you can see. Wait, I just got Substainer Duplicator. Oh my god. Wait, that's exactly the item I needed. Holy crap. Okay, I am so ridiculously overpowered for just a little bit longer. I need to find the mountain shrine, though. I also got executive cards, so buying items, well, let's just buy all of them. Tri-shops are no longer tri-shops. They're just, I'm gonna take every item from them shops. My biggest problem right now is just getting money. I don't think I have Sonorous Whispers anymore, but I'm just gonna activate the teleporter and grab that Shrine of the Mountain. And let's just use it to beat the crap out of the Beetle Queens. There we go. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Also, I'm gonna grab all of these items. Very, very nice. And then we can start turning them into temporary items. The substandard duplicator, however, is going to give us a temporary copy of an item whenever we pick up an item. So that means that when we generate temporary items, it now gives us twice as many items. And with my cooldown reductions on my alien heads, because, you know, I've got multiple of those now, we are now going absolutely insane as far as temp items are concerned, because I am just endlessly turning enemies into more and more and more items. And because items deteriorate on a stack by stack basis, I have 9 energy drinks, and a lot of them are temporary, but they're just not going away because I have so many and they deteriorate one by one by one. In essence, this is really stupid. With my completely ridiculous speed. Oh my god, I'm just zooming across the map at this point. Nobody can get even remotely close. And then let's just go to the next stage. Oh, I should have printed stuff into this. I can't actually take these in between stages, which is unfortunate, but if I could, that would be really, really, really broken and really, really, really awesome. Also, let's just grab this Greater Wisp and smash him in one hit and get 2 copies of temporary Sonorous Whispers. That is so incredibly busted. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Those were Sonorous Whispers from the void. The game is still giving me notifications from that. I forgot, because that's how it works. So we are basically just going to be getting notifications about all of our temporary items for the rest of the game. This is just the life we live now. And buying out every single thing from every single tri-shop, because we've got crazy money, crazy everything. Oh my god, a scrapper, yes. Beetle Guard, I'm very sorry, but you are no more, because each one of these yellow items is going to give me even more reductions to my cooldowns. The speed at which I smash things on the ground is actually like too fast because it sends me up and I can't even smash them in a very fast way. It is very weird. It is very, very, very weird. I have so many temporary items at this point. It is getting to be a bit of a problem. A Glacial Imp Overlord. Okay, well, time to just beat his ass with the Shrine of the Mountain. Instant death. Shattering Justice. Okay, sure. I guess that's fine. More temporary items. More just... Oh, I grabbed my own Beetle Guard. No, get out of here. I don't want you. All right, Blue Shrine, here we are. And I am really hoping for a certain item in the shop that we still have not gotten, which is unfortunate. Although, I think I am going to print a couple of these. I have 6 Bottled Chaos now. That is so utterly stupid because half of those are just temporary bottled chaos. That means whenever I use my equipment, I also trigger 6 random equipments too. And then immediately we're gonna be in the abyssal depths, which it means that I want to grab enough money because there is a red chest in the center of this map and I really, really want it. Oh, even more red items. Oh my god, my 6 bottled chaos is going insane. Every time I buy an item, it just triggers everything. I'm triggering so many use items. I don't know. Give me that drone. I'm not even sure what some of this stuff does anymore. I trigger 6 random equipment effects every time I open something. This is truly a travesty. I have so many temporary chance dolls that every time, oh my god, the use items, it's so stupid. I just got more sonorous whispers. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed, I think. Oh my god, the enemies are not spawning fast enough. That is the saddest part about this whole thing. Oh, and another shrine of the mountain. There we go, just on track. Now let's hit the teleporter because I think I've gotten pretty much most of what I want. I should be able to just beat these guys. Oh, it's an overloading worm. Uh-oh. Okay, well, hold on a second. I might have spoken too soon. Okay, never mind. I spoke exactly in line with how I should have. And that is going to give me a whole bunch of perforators that I am going to... Oh, yeah, that's right. Temporary perforators. Wait, Brainstalks? Oh, Brainstalks is insane. Brainstalks gives me no cooldown on my abilities for just a little bit when I kill elites. So if I come over here and I put this elite into my bag, smack him a bunch, now I have no cooldown on my R, so I can grab someone else immediately turn them into items, and then just do the exact same thing over and over again. Oh my goodness, the combos are beginning to get even more vile. There are so many temp items. All right, let's see if I can still get the red item in the center. I don't know if I have enough money for it, unfortunately. Oh, I actually do. All right, what do we get? We get random garbage I don't need, sure. Oh, okay, I just fell through the map. Oh my god. All right, I think I have cleared out the whole stage. I've still got a pretty sizable number of temp items on me. Oh my god, I have 12 armor-piercing rounds. I think those are all temporary. Oh my god. Buy now, pay later is really working out for the drifter here. Please give me something good. I'll just buy that. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. Sure, I'll take 2 pocket ICBMs. Those are going to make my missiles a lot stronger. And then I am immediately just going to peace out. Don't need to be here. All right, so now we're on to the stage, which is right before Mithrix, and I don't really want to be here. What I'm actually looking to do is loop, because there is a special boss that the whole new DLC has added that I really want to fight, and I don't need to do it with Mithrix. All right, I'm gonna run around and grab all the items I can, kill all the random elites. I'm honestly killing them without even seeing them at this point. The drifter is beginning to get a little insane, as if it was not already relatively. Okay, so I am going to shift the destination on this portal, although it won't really matter because we're not going to go through the portal anyway, and then we will fight the blazing Grant. Oh my god! Okay, they're dead. That is like one of the scariest conceivable bosses in the game, and what it actually is a whole bunch of free bustling fungus, I guess. Come on, enemy, I'm gonna put you in my sack and turn you into scrap, Mr. Child. So instead of going through here, what we're actually gonna do is just jump off the map, because underneath the map is this whole area, which is for gaining artifacts, like the artifact of prestige I just got. Is this going to work? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it did work. So we could head straight into this artifact portal, and this is going to send us to an artifact realm, which is essentially a way to unlock that thing, just like the artifact of prestige we have. When we get into the realm, it is going to have the effect of the artifact, and the effect just so happens to be Artifact of Command, which is an artifact that makes it so you can choose all your items. Here's the thing, when you use Artifact of Command, you can also choose Drifter's temporary items. So instead of getting an item, I just go into the screen and I can select any item. This gets really stupid really fast when you realize that if you just select a ton of the same item, it's not so temporary. So this is basically the way to get infinite items, and if I can find a couple of red items here, we are just going to have utter insanity ensue. The timer has stopped in the top right, so you know what that means. Now we can start the, wait, I have a temporary artifact key. That's Wait, that's so dumb. And there's another artifact key, so one more into the slot. All right, there is the Doomstrider gang dealt with. What I need to do now is that I am going to smack all of these enemies into a ball, continuously kidnap them, and turn them into scrap and items. Specifically, what I'm looking for is lots of red items. So I will return to you when I have gathered all of the items that I do in fact need. I feel like I am literally playing as the equivalent of like Warhammer 40k's Trazen the Infinite. I am running around, putting people into a bag, beating the crap out of them, and then putting it into my collection. Okay, I think I have farmed enough items. There are quite a number of items on the map right now. The game is, of course, beginning to slow down and break down because of just the simple number of stuff. There's so much stuff. All I've really wanted was the red items, and I think I've gotten enough of them. There's a reason that in order to do this, actually, let me just hit the artifact now. I don't need to be here anymore. Or I don't need the enemies to keep spawning. So now that I have basically as many items as I could possibly dream of, what exactly am I going to do with them all? I mean, they're all temporary items, right? Well, it's actually very simple. So the first thing that we're going to do is find every single red item possible and turn all of them into these. This is the same item that I have up here, the substandard duplicator. So picking up an item grants a temporary copy. So if I continuously run around and I turn all the red items into these things, which will take me a fair amount of time, so give me a moment. So I've gone around and turned a bunch of the red items into more substandard duplicators, and you'll see that I now have 3 because substandard duplicator does in fact duplicate itself. Now, unfortunately, if we head into the logbook and look at the exact wording of it, it does not in fact create 3 and then 4 and then 5 copies of the item, but picking up more copies of this increases how long our temporary items last by 10 seconds per stack. So if you pick up a ton of these, they increase their own time limit to the point where these things are now effectively unlimited duration. So I am just gonna keep running around, grabbing all the duplicators I can. Normally they wouldn't last very long, but the more duplicators I have, the longer all my duplicators last. And 39 substandard duplicators. They are all of them except for one of them temporary, but it doesn't matter because each of them lasts 390 more seconds than they would normally. And they each deteriorate by one by one by one. So as soon as this one runs out, I'm still gonna have 38 substandard duplicators. So I've basically got unlimited. And now I am going to do the process of turning everything I have into all kinds of different random items. I don't know, we'll get some bleed, we'll get some infusions, we'll get whatever, it doesn't really matter at this point. All of these items last so long that they are basically not even temporary anymore, and they are just essentially permanent items. It is going to take me quite some time to grab all of these items, but I assure you it will be possible. Okay, and just like that, I think I have picked up every item on the map, or at least something extremely close to it. You know, technically I could come over here and smash. Goodbye. So let me just grab the thing in the center. There we go. Artifact of command. And then we can head out the portal at the top. My goal is to beat the Alloyed Collective itself. That is a interesting... Come here, Wandering Vagrant. You can't get away from me. Nobody can get away from me. Not anymore. Oh my god, that's right. I forgot. I have like 40 fireworks. It's just, oh my god, even more items from the junk drone, and they all last for like 5 minutes each. Oh, this is so stupid. I love this so much. Oh, Wisp detected. Throw his ass off the map, and I'm out of here. All right, I hit the mountain shrine, so I think I can leave now. It should be a ton of bosses, and I'm just gonna pick up this tri-shop and then beat all the vagrants with the tri-shop. Thank you for the Hopu feathers and all the other crap that I definitely didn't need, but, you know, it's appreciated. We're at the point, essentially, where picking up all of the temporary items is just the same as picking up 4 more items. Oh, man, this Lemurian is a real big problem. Let me just scoop him up, toss him off the skybot. There you go. You're out of here, Lemurian, and we're going back to the teleporter. I have 45 backup magazines, so I can just do this with my right click and just spew junk out at any given point in time. Oh, this is wonderful. This is This is what heaven would look like. How many chance dolls do I have? I have 13. I think that gives me a 100% chance to, yeah, basically get improved items anytime I hit the chance shrines. Which is apparently, oh, there we go. Oh no, oh no! The game is starting to slow down. I've got to escape before everything blows up. Aha, yes, this is one of the areas from the new DLC. You can see from the new enemies that are getting smacked against the ground and turned into new items. Oh, finally, I was looking around for this. This is the node, and that is going to add yet another portal that we can go down, which should get us to the final boss. So now I can hit the teleporter and quickly loot my... Goodbye. I do really wish that the enemies weren't dying so fast so that I could actually turn them into items, but, you know, my lobster is too buttery and my steak is too juicy, I suppose. This will send us to the new zone, and I was trying this out with my friends once. Yes, it is this crazy zone right here. That looks absolutely insane. Oh my god, those are crazy enemies. It's too bad that I think I can put them in my sack. Yep, soulless transporter. Oh no, I'm the only one who transports here. Meanwhile, we need to run around and collect a whole bunch of these sentry. Okay, everything's dying. Goodbye, imps. I knew ye well. Well, be that as it may, it's time for us to hit the teleporter when I come back down. Allow us to hit this. Is the boss gonna... Well, there goes that boss. All right, well, that's the teleporter charge, so I think we can just enter. I don't remember. I could have sworn there was another. I think we killed the boss so fast, it skipped a boss. Interesting, interesting. Well, it's time to head to the final boss of the game, who is all the ways down here. And ladies and gentlemen, good luck to him. Hello, John Alloy. I'm healing for 1,262 every tick. He's like, uh-oh, I am real. Come here. Oh, okay. Wow. He stopped me from moving. That's so mean. Well, now I'm gonna stop you from living. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Alloyed Collective. That's him, and he is quite dead. So now we can head through the final portal right here, the mainline portal, which is gonna bring us to the Computational Exchange. This is basically like VR chat for Risk of Rain 2, except it does not have 900 furries everywhere. Commencing Bargain Protocol. This thing is going to try and bargain with us. I think I can actually kill it, but then we won't fight another boss. It is going to want me to deposit, quote, the enemy, which is this encrypted cerebellum. However, we cannot access it because it is decrypted. So if we head over here and bonk our head against the ceiling again, I hate my life. We have our good boy chef over here, and he's actually going to allow us to combine items. But most importantly, we can combine the encrypted cerebellum, and you can actually use a lot of different items for this. You can use the sentry key, you can use the prison matrix, you can use a rusted lockbox key. We're just going to jam a rusty key into a very high-tech encrypted cerebellum, and chef is just going to cook that thing into decryption. There are some pretty crazy and cool things that you can do. I know you can put 2 perforators together and get something unique. There's also like an ultimate meal. I just happen to not have a lot of items I could use. Unfortunately, I cannot cook with any of my temporary items, which is like the overwhelming majority of what I have. So we could just head over here, leave an offering, and that is going to take us to a portal, which is going to lead us all the ways to the real final boss. And as I'm leaving, I'm going to beat this guy's ass into oblivion. That's right, he's dead. Well, I'm gonna take the nice little teleporter elevator thingamadoohickey all the ways up to the top. This realm looks absolutely crazy, by the way. If you just look around, and it is gonna take us to the final boss, John Alloyed Collective. Mr. Alloyed Collective. Oh, he's being swarmed by beetle guards in the cutscene, and I'm picking up more items in the cutscene. Okay, he's getting his ass beat. All right, and wow, you know what? He actually survived for a little bit longer than I was expecting. What have you done to me? I don't know. I hit you with a bag of like 7,000 items. Uh-oh, here he is. Oh, wait. No, wait, no, I'm stupid. I didn't get the ending that I wanted. I got another substandard duplicator. Okay, well, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. He basically offers you a chance at eternal life through absorbing through the collective, and yeah, I just beat his ass into grass. Well, that's my bad. Well, now we get to fight the really tough boss, which is the Voidling, and he is a hell of a lot harder. All right, I'm not gonna lie. He died instantly. Well, I would call that a success, considering we did about 1,168,888,060 damage. That is ungodly. Gearbox, I just have to say, I don't play Borderlands 4, so I don't care about Borderlands 4. But if bad Borderlands optimization was what it took to make a good Risk of Rain DLC, I hope Borderlands 5 is even worse. Thanks for watching. Good DLC. See you.